I am not a huge fan of just like college.
Right.
I've got a master's degree, but I didn't pay for anything.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of college that you like have to take tons of debt out to do all that with. If your folks are going to pay for college, if you get a scholarship,
perfect,
freaking awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't know about you, but when I was in college, I had a chance to grow. It is the perfect, in my opinion, bridge, segue between being a kid and being an adult.
Yeah.
Because there's no switch that goes off to where you graduate from high school and all of a sudden you're an adult.
Right.
It doesn't happen. Your brain's not mature enough. It's not fully developed until like you're your mid 20s. So 18 to 24, 18 to 22, whatever, 23 for me, is a growing time. And I grew so much, having to pay the light bill, having to pay the water, having to pay my rent, all of those things, my car insurance, whatever.
Having to go grocery shopping,
having to
do your laundry, all of it. Yeah.
So I think that was a huge thing for me. So being away, did you how far did you get a degree or did you get drafted?
I'm 8 hours short.
8 hours short
of a mechanical engineering degree.
Really?
Yeah. So I got 8 hours left. I got 2 labs. One class, which is a Chem 2 class, because I kept dropping it every year, and then a senior level design class.
So what was the plan, though? Like, first year, I mean, everybody thinks they could go to the big leagues, but you had to have a, quote, backup plan. What was the plan?
Well, I went back after my first year getting drafted, and going back to what you were talking about, the development part, like, I see it firsthand. Like, there's guys in this sport that get drafted at high school, and there's guys that go into college and play. And you definitely see the difference, you know,
what's
of
the difference?
Development. The same thing you're talking about is being able to do life skills. I think number one is, and this is not for everybody, like this is just what I've seen from most, the development of social skills and social, like being able to communicate and do things on your own. And then also, I think secondly is like the development I just see from outside of baseball, like having to pay car bills and having to not needing as much help because getting drafted out of high school, you're probably getting paid a lot of money. You probably can just get people to do it for you.
Sure.
I think college guys will figure it out more and say, hey, I'm going to go do it myself.
Right. So let's talk about this. I think this is fascinating, and you're not going to tell this. I will tell this. So this is from a guy that's played in the World Series.
Yeah.
Pitched in the World Series. Pitched in the College World Series.
Yeah.
And the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
And you say, hands down, which was the best experience?
The World Baseball Classic.
Why? That's fascinating.
You got the whole country cheering for you. You know what I mean? You give me chill bumps right now. Think about it. Like, I don't know. Like,
I remember when you did that last year.
That was special. Like, man, you got to get ramped up early, got to get ready early, got to get in game speed early. Like, we played that during spring training when we're like trending usually in spring training to get ready for a season. Like, we had to be ready. There was 40, 50, 60,000 like fans, and it was nuts. It was crazy. It was an all-star team too. You got Mookie Betts and Trout and like Arenado. You got everybody on that team. Goldschmidt, Real Muto catching. Like, the list goes on and on. Like, we could have. That was an all-star team, and then the pitchers and the fans. We played Team Mexico in Arizona. I know we're fast-forwarding a little bit, but like, gosh, that was the most. So going back, second best experience was the College World Series. Like, going to Omaha, representing Mississippi State. We had 6 wins and 24 losses my freshman year in Mississippi State.
Oh.
We were terrible. I wanted to quit. I called my dad.
Go back to the lake.
I called my dad. I said, look, man, I don't know if I'm cut out. Like, my dad always said, finish the season.
Sure.
Like, we ain't quitting middle of the season. That was a rule in the Graveman household.
Right.
And so I said, okay, well, you know, it's the end of the season. I called Pops. I said, hey, I'm done. I'm out.
Let me say this. People think, and the reason I know this is because I know you, and we've talked a lot about the professional experience. And one of the most fascinating things about Kendall is talking to Kendall when he talks about the business of baseball. It's a 3-hour podcast in itself. Yeah. The intricacies that the things that you and I've talked about with, you know, being able to play here and the dollars and the, you know, all the different just all those different things, the deadlines and things like that. They're fascinating. So when people think when you get drafted, it's fanfare, but you go to, on the 4th of July, no doubt, you go to South Florida, and then you go to Michigan.
Yeah. They sent me to Michigan for like, I don't know, finish out for 6 weeks before the off season would have started. And I'm really like, what am I doing here? We're in Lansing, Michigan, bro. I'm in a house with 8 other guys living.
That have all been drafted.
Yeah, one of the guys was from He was from Venezuela. His wife was there. She was pregnant. She spoke no English. But we just didn't have any money. Like we were all splitting rent. 8 guys in a house. I slept on an air mattress alongside a guy named Chad Gerardo, who I played Mississippi State with, in a kitchen with
so you're sleeping in the kitchen.
Yeah, on an air mattress, bro. He had his air mattress. I had mine. We had a little blanket. Didn't have no sheet to cover it. Just
professional baseball player.
Bro,
I got drafted.
And then
I played in the World Series 5 weeks ago.
Bro, I'm like, what am I doing? We had a little couch in the front, like had a little porch area, and we had one of those little grills, and we would like cook steaks out there. We felt like we was doing it, you know. Next door in the where would have been the dining room was my now financial advisor, whose name's Kevin Patterson. He played at Auburn. He roomed with us, and upstairs was another 5 guys and a wife, and like we're paying like $100 a month trying to get by. I was making like $400 or $500 every 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh! So less than $1,000
eating
a month.
PB&Js, like
been drafted. So drafted in the 8th round
for $5,000
for $5,000.
Government took $2,000 of it. So
and you're eating peanut butter and jelly and sleeping on an air mattress in a kitchen,
living life, just playing ball.
Yeah.
I mean, I still love the game.
Yeah,
like it was like, but
this is the real picture, folks.
I still didn't think I had a chance to make it to the big leagues.
Yeah.
I told myself, this is an honest truth. I told myself, and I told Tori, who I was dating at the time, who's now my wife, I said, look, I'll give it 3 years. I'll reevaluate after 3 years.
Yeah.
If I think I'm going to get to the big leagues, I'm going to do whatever I can during that 3-year span to get there.
Anything.
If I don't, I'm going to reevaluate. If I think it's unrealistic after 3 years, I'm out. I'll go work. If I think it's realistic, I'll keep going. Or if I've made it at that point, I'll keep going.